Before we get into that, let's go back and show you highlights of the New Zealand innings. 242 for 5 they made in 50 overs, and here's some of the best action from the innings.
And a wide from Graham LeBroy. That's wide. It's got to be, and it is. So the second wide in the over from Graham LeBroy. This is not a good start.
Very important match for Sri Lanka, this one. Very important indeed for the tour.
Well, that's a good delivery. Reid's calling for the first run. And so the first run off the bat is taken by Richard Reid. Well, that's gone away down through the slips for 4 runs. Full toss. Lovely shot. Cracked it square, John Wright. Edge, and yes, he's held. John Wright is out.
Ahsoka to Silva the catch.
Good breakthrough for Sri Lanka. He had a couple of shots at Ahsoka, but he grasped it in the end, and New Zealand lose a wicket.
Well, the Sri Lankans will be absolutely the cut shot a bit difficult. The wicketkeeper nearly completely made a botch of it by getting across there and not quite getting all the way to it. He pulled out right at the last moment, Hashan.
In the air, but it's a lovely shot. Picked it off on the up. Timed it beautifully. And that is the most decisive stroke we've seen this morning from Richard Reid. Beautiful shot. 4 runs to Richard Reid. Crowe's underway with a lovely shot through mid-wicket. Batsman will have time for 3. Oh, that's a magnificent stroke. Applause from Richard Reid at the non-striker's end. A glorious cover drive for Martin Crowe. Crowe goes after it this time. That'll go to the fence. So that's quite a reply from Martin Crowe. Back on a square from Richard Reid. That'll be 4. Beautifully turned by Crowe. 4 runs. Ratnayaka 2 full, and Crowe smacks him out to the boundary for 4.
The urgency really starting to come now with this partnership between Crowe and Reid.
Reid unloads this one. It's away down to long on. Not absolutely sure that's where he aimed the shot, but that's certainly where it finished up. And he got a couple. Beautifully played again. Crowe really is in excellent form today. We could see a big one from Martin Crowe. He's got a 2. He's got to run a 3rd run, and that's well run.
I think he might have heard the call with Martin Crowe. There's Crowe playing across the line again, and he's found the gap this time.
Yes, the pace of the ball this time just took the ball finer down the onside, and he got the sweep going. You can see there, though, it was outside off stump, so he was rather fortunate to get it as fine as that. It tends to go squarer when you lap from that line. So Martin Crowe deciding here that if the line is outside the line of the stumps, irrespective whether it's leg or off, that he's going to opt for that shot.
Sorry about the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We come down to the official presentation after this one-day international match here at Eden Park. With me I have Ian Cahoon, who's president of New Zealand Cricket. Ian's over here. And to present the awards, the match awards, Mr. Tony Casey.
The Soka de Silva Well, there's action everywhere there. Soka to Silva really took off and spun. And Richard Reid's been run out. Well, I don't think Reid was particularly happy with the decision, but he was through in a hurry, but not quick enough, it seems. Now, this ball to Martin Crowe really bit and spun, took off way down through the vacant slip area, and a direct hit made by Tilakaratne. Richard Reid wasn't home. So he's run out. And it's 99 for 2. Reid out for 44. 99 for 2 in the 24th. Andrew Jones underway. Pleasant off drive for a couple. For one, in fact, down to long off. And that's the New Zealand 100 postage. Martin Crowe punishing. Down to the unprotected boundary at third man, 4 runs. Man was at deep backward point and he was too square to be able to stop that one. So Crowe punching it down through the gully and hit with such force and timing, no chance of that ball being fielded.
And there's 50 for Martin Crowe, well played. Lovely innings from him. His 24th in one-day internationals. End of the over then, with Martin Crowe reaching his 50, 112 for 2 after 27. Getting a little frustrated, I think, Andrew Jones. He's faced 15 deliveries for 4 runs so far. That's more like it. Lovely stroke. In fact, a beautiful stroke. The flags wave. And the crowd cheers as Andrew Jones hits his first boundary.
Well, he is a magnificent striker of the ball on the offside. He just hits it so well. That was beautifully timed and positioned so well in a gap between the fielders. He just raced across this very quick outfield indeed.
This one's in the air. Crowe could be in trouble here, and he is. He's out. Bit of a top edge, and Martin Crowe's very good innings is ended with that sweep shot, which caught a top edge, and he's gone for 64.
Ahsoka was on. He tripped him a lot. There's always a bit of a risk when you sweep against the spin of a leg spinner, but he'd done it well. He'd done it with control, and that one just got a little high on the back, and Gurusingha, who's back there on the backward square leg boundary, made no difficulty of that at all. 134 for 3 now.
Ahsoka bowling, and Ian Smith swept him down very fine. Umesh Ratnaik has got a big chase, but he can flag that one away. 4 runs to Ian Smith. With that sort of stroke. Gosh, that's a good shot by Ian Smith. Straight down the ground for 4. New Zealand on target here for a really big score. Wickets in hand. Oh, Smith doing it well for New Zealand. And that's good running too. So the New Zealand 150 posted in the 35th over, and New Zealand on target now for a really big score, well in excess of 220. Still Mark Greatbatch to come, still Chris Harris to come. Oh, Ian Smith with a monstrous hit. 4 more. He's put away those first ball blues of Napier. And Smith finding the middle of the bat with regularity here.
Whipping it away down to backward a square, and a misfield results in 4 runs.
Well, there's an example. Smith's looking to hit every ball to the boundary at this stage, and he would have hit it over mid-on if it had been straighter. It was drifting down leg side, so he still went through with a shot, and he hit it so hard down there that it was unable to be stopped. Captain Ranatunga there has got a few problems.
Smith goes after it. This is high in the air. Player underneath it. And Smith is out.
For that, because there certainly was a big gap over mid-wicket and mid-on. I think he was looking to hit it to the right part of the field, but obviously the delivery wasn't quite in the right place. Let's see why. Yes, it was pulled down short. He tried to bottom hand hoik it over mid-wicket, and he paid the penalty for that. On his day, though, with such a good eye, he's quite capable of middling those deliveries, so it certainly was worth it. And De Silva takes the catch.
And it's 164 for the loss of 4.
Ramanayake in action for Sri Lanka against Andrew Jones, who's on 23. Well hits. Beautiful cover drive by Andrew Jones. He hit the ball with tremendous timing, and just about everything was perfect there. The foot across to the line, getting plenty of room to swing through the ball, finding the gap on the offside just past cover, and beating long off for 4. Well fielded. And he's appealing for a caught and bowled. They're all appealing for a caught and bowled. And finally, he's been given out. I'm sure umpire Brian Aldridge put his finger up. Well, he certainly pointed at something. This man, Champaka Ramanayake, was the bowler in question. We'll just take a look at in close-up. No, he didn't hit that into the ground at all. And I'm pretty sure that Ramanayake got it on the full. And that, I would have thought, is caught and bowled.
And he's going to concede a boundary now. Aravinda won't get to that. In the air, over the top again, straight this time to Aravinda, and only 1. So there's the 200 for the New Zealand total in the 44th over. It's in the air. Aravinda's waiting for it on the boundary. Will it clear him? No. So Great Batch is out. Caught Aravinda, bowled Ramanayake, who will be delighted by that because he thought he had him earlier. New Zealand are 200 for 5.
Yes, this one was certainly on. It was drifting down, and he did try to hit it over the fence. Worth a go, and he sacrificed his wicket there. He's really only a couple of metres short of being 6. But a good attempt from Great Batch.
And that makes it now 200 for 5. Harris decides to take to Ramanayake, and that's not a bad answer.
Well, he snuck it away down through fine leg. Let's see if it came from the bat. Yes, it did. 4 runs to Andrew Jones, and that's his 19th 50 in one-day internationals, and it's come up in just 48 minutes. Jones goes with a big hit, and he's got a hold of this one, and it is just 4. Very nearly a 6, landing just inside the fence. And a good blow struck by Andrew Jones.
Now here's Jayasuri. He'll have a chance now because they will go for 2, but he misses it.
Well, that's pressure on the field for you. And in the end, it was a good over for New Zealand. 1 to go. It's 237 for 5.
This will be a total that will be satisfying for New Zealand. Certainly it's defendable, but it's not quite as great as at one stage they looked.
Last ball of the innings. And they'll have to settle for 1 run. They might even look for a second. No, they don't bother. So New Zealand finish on 242 for the loss of 5. As there is the scoreboard. After the early loss of John Wright, there was a very good partnership between Richard Reid and Martin Crowe. And then Reid was out. Crowe carried on. Ian Smith got into it quickly as well. And here is the lineup the 5 bowlers used. And the most economical was the leg spinner, Soka, with his 1 for 41.
So a good score made by New Zealand, their best batting effort in 12 one-day internationals during the Down Under season in 1990-91. 242 for 5. In reply, Sri Lanka got through to 201. They were all out in the 45th over, a win to New Zealand in the second Bank of New Zealand Cup match by 41 runs. All right, now it's time for the UBICS MVP Award, the UBICS Most Valuable Player of the Day Award. And here's today's award. Andrew Jones, 64 not out, gets the 3 points. And today's prize, Chris Pringle for his fine bowling gets 2 points. And Martin Crowe, also making 64, gets the 3rd point. So those are the points for today. And here's the aggregate after 2 matches with Andrew Jones and John Wright getting 3 points apiece. Wright on Saturday, Jones today. And they are the leaders so far in the MVP award from UBICS. And here is today's MVP, Andrew Jones. Congratulations. Before we go any further, Andrew, I'll just get my papers in order. Congratulations, a cheque for a promotional contract for $2,000 from UBICS.
Thanks, Peter.
It'll help to pay the mortgage for a recently married man, I'm sure. Right, tell us about your innings today, Andrew.
Well, you know, we got a good start, and we were obviously hoping to sort of, on that wicket, get 240, 250, 260. You know, and as it panned out, you know, we were probably 10, 15 short than we really wanted to be, but it was a good score, and it was a competitive score.
Facing the Sri Lankans now compared to the Australians and their English, and the English bowlers, is there much of a difference in standard?
Oh, I think with the Australians, yeah, I think the Australians are a lot more accurate and a little quicker as well, and I would say they're a better bowling side, really.
Andrew, you're a man who seems to thrive. The more cricket you play, the better you become. You'll be the first to admit you were a touch scratchy on that first trip to Australia before Christmas. Since then, things have gone from good to better, haven't they?
Yeah, well, I've moved my position now. I'm now sort of batting 4, which has different requirements than opening. But it's taken a little bit of time to get adjusted to, because you've got to hit 1s right from the word go, and 4s aren't really, you know, what you're after. You just got to get 1 a ball. So I felt I did that today, and I'm working towards sort of improving it a bit.
You did it very well, Andrew Jones. Congratulations. Today's MVP, 64 not out. In fact, his 19th half-century in just 48 one-day internationals. A marvellous strike rate there for half-centuries for Andrew Jones. That's the UBICS MVP Award for today. We'll be back in just a moment with today's McDonald's Action Shot of the Day. Singer and Martin Crowe were very high quality indeed, but the action shot of the day we've picked is this one. A cover drive from Andrew Jones, punching it away through that offside field and getting 4 runs for the shot. So at the end of